Monkey Daddy.
And Monkey Daddy in the background.
It's if Avery's not in it.
Avery's right here.
He's right beside you.
I'm so excited about the video I'm going to share with you today because if there are any areas of your life that you're feeling stuck in, this is going to help you. Today's video is all about a technique called letting go that I learned in this book by David Hawkins. I know I say this about a lot of the books, but this one really is really changing my life. This whole technique of letting go is all about becoming free of negativity to help you get closer and closer to enlightenment. Absolutely everything in the universe emits a vibration, and the higher the vibration, the more power it has. That our emotions actually emit a vibrational frequency, and it affects our body's energy field. Most of us have spent our entire lives running away from our emotions, right? Feeling overwhelmed? I'm gonna have a beer, I deserve that. I'm feeling, sad or regret? Let me put on a movie. Let me scroll through social media. But the thing is those emotions don't go away. When we put them aside, we are just suppressing them and repressing them, and they stay in our body, emitting that frequency out of us. So you can see how that can affect everything that you're trying to manifest in your life. And the more we try to run away from them and hide them or get rid of them, the more they start popping out all over the place when we're trying to do other things. Because the way he explains it is basically those repressed and suppressed emotions start building up almost like steam inside of your body, and they're trying to just simmer out a little bit of the steam here and there so we don't implode or something. And David Hawkins says it takes an enormous, incredible amount of our own energy to keep those emotions suppressed and repressed within us. So we're using up our energy within us. Those emotions are coming up for a reason, and we have a choice. Release them, surrender to them, face them, and let them go, or we keep trying to suppress and they just keep following us around for the rest of our life. So today I'm going to share with you step by step how to do the letting go technique by David Hawkins. I'm going to share my own experiences. It is literally changing my life and how you can do it too. According to David Hawkins, one feeling, just one emotional feeling, can create thousands of thoughts. Think about it. It could just be one regret or one thing from your past that you wish you'd done differently. How many years do we spend reliving that moment and thinking about that over and over? Thousands of thoughts are attached to that one emotion. They're affecting the way we think, the way we view the world, the way we perceive our problems. David Hawkins says the basic rule is that whatever emotions we've repressed and suppressed the most, that's what we focus on. We end up manifesting those suppressed emotions. So this was actually happening with my son every night. He's up for at least an hour and a half because he's afraid of monsters. He's 8 years old. And I always say things like, don't be afraid, mommy's here, you're safe. Little did I know, I was sitting there saying, don't be afraid. Don't feel your fear. Don't feel it. Think of this other thing. Until I read this book, I had no idea I was unconsciously telling him to do that. What we resist persists and actually grows stronger. So this was 2 nights ago. I was laying with him and I actually said, you know what, Avery? It's showing up for a reason. I know you're scared right now, but you need to face it. And I had him take 3 deep breaths with me. The more you face it, the less scary it's going to be. Just feel it. And it calmed down. And then he was like, it's back, mommy, it's back. It's coming back. It didn't work. And I'm like, no, that's actually it working. Every time it's going to come back weaker. It's like a wave. I couldn't even believe this. In literally 5 minutes. He was fine. He wasn't afraid. We used to spend 90 minutes every night in his bedroom with my little boy terrified. I'm teaching him how to face that fear and he's letting it go. Let me show you the steps. So let the emotion come up and stay with it. Just focus on letting it be there and set your intention that you're going to release the energy behind it without resisting, venting, judging, or fearing. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. Surrender to the feeling. Don't try to modify it. Don't try to fix it. So I'm always trying to fix things. So it was really hard for me, but I was able to do it. Just let it be what it is. You'll notice that it comes in waves, and every wave gets weaker and weaker. Let go of the guilt behind it and let the feeling just be the feeling. Try to ignore your thoughts because your thoughts will start trying to rationalize things, trying to make sense of things, put some logic into there. Try to just empty your mind of all your thoughts and just focus on the feeling. Remember what David Hawkins says, the real reason for the feeling is accumulated pressure that's building up behind it. He goes on to say that feelings are basically the core of our survival programs. And the letting go technique over time, it undoes the programming. It will neutralize the emotion, and it's basically the Buddhist technique of avoiding attachment. I wanna share with you my experience with this because it was so powerful. I realized that even when I was at this amazing retreat in Colorado with all of these beautiful women, I still was standing on the sidelines watching everybody connect and feeling really distant and really alone and shame. Why aren't I able to do that? What's wrong with me? Why aren't I enough? And I was sitting there just bawling my heart out. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this letting go technique. I'm gonna feel this. And I ran to the bathroom because I didn't want to explain it to my 2 kids. I was sitting on the toilet, just bawling my heart out. And the craziest thing happened. All of a sudden, after probably about 2 minutes of me just feeling it, not judging it, not resisting it. I heard a voice. That's just a story. I actually started laughing. I was like, that's just a story. I realized that I'm not my feelings. I'm actually just somebody witnessing my feelings. Because those stories I'm telling myself that are creating those emotions are not even true. David says that our feelings are created by our ego. And our ego is the collector of programs that our subconscious mind has mistakenly believed are necessary for our survival. I'm Sarah Stone Love, and if you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything from it, please let me know. Leave me a comment. I hope you try this whole method out and it helps you to completely be free of all of your negative programming, your negative emotions, so you can start manifesting the life you have always dreamed.